Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Tuesday? I am doing quite well myself. I did want to share with y'all a little bit of an update. So, the last time that we looked at the body camera footage from Delray Beach for the Bam Margera case, as y'all saw, they really didn't send us very much. They sent us two videos and they were mostly redacted audio, right? There was almost no audio and there was very little actual video footage. Well, we have gotten two rounds of new body camera footage. Now, unfortunately, a lot of it is still redacted, but I wanted to show y'all two new really key pieces of information. The reason we're not going to watch it together today is because, like I said, a lot of it is redacted, and I think it's kind of a waste of time to just sit here like all together watching stuff that's blacked out and has no audio. So I'll see if I can figure out a more convenient way to store these video files. That's maybe not that expensive. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at about 15 minutes worth of footage that I wanted y'all to see. Okay. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you do know already about this particular footage at the beginning. If you do not follow me on Instagram, what's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding. I know some of y'all don't even have Instagram. But what we're about to watch is a conversation between Lima and a police officer named Bellman Otero or Otero Bellman. I don't exactly know. But this was on June 14th, 2022, earlier this year. Now, if you do remember, between June 13th and like June 27th, there were two separate instances where TMZ and the rest were reporting that Bam had run away. But Bam's guardianship actually ended on June 10th. Now, Lima has come out and said that the guardianship is totally separate from the court order, but that's not entirely true. What the truth is in at least one Marchman application or petition rather, that Lima and Stephen Timmer together filed, she calls herself his guardian. And so maybe technically speaking, the guardianship in Arizona and the court-ordered treatment in Florida are separate, maybe technically. But whenever she was asking for the court-ordered treatment in Florida, she made sure to tell them that she did have a guardianship over the man. You know what I mean? So it's just more, sneaky technicalities to just get in the way. So the guardianship ends on June 10th in Arizona. And then June 13th, we start getting reports that Bam's missing and Bam's ran away. Bam ran away. Escaped. He escaped. Like, who escapes, y'all? Prisoners. Who escapes? People who are being held against their will. People being held involuntarily. That's who escapes. That's the function of the word. And so we have all these news tabloids reporting that Bam had escaped. Okay. So we're about to hear Lima and what she actually says to the police officers, at least what they sent me. Maybe there's more, but this is all I have. Let's watch it together. Let's see what Lima has to say.
Hello, this is Officer Bauman speaking.
Hi, Officer Bauman. It's Lima calling back. I had something just quickly I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Okay, so regarding his location, can you please not mention that I shared the location with you? Because I don't want him to lose trust in me and not share things with me.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I understand. I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because it's a super sensitive. Like he has.
So this part they redacted. I didn't redact this part, but
I don't want him to feel like I'm working against him, so that when he gets back in.
If I had to guess, I would say that she claimed that he had paranoid schizophrenia. I have no way to know. Like I said, it's redacted, but just I know that they've told the cops before in Pinellas County that Bam had schizophrenia. Now, I'm not a doctor. I wouldn't even begin to be able to tell you if the man has or does not have schizophrenia for real. But I know that they've told the cops that he does have schizophrenia before in Pinellas County. So here we have Lima saying she doesn't want the police officer to tell Bam that Lima told the police where Bam is, presumably so that she can lie to Bam. This is a presumption. I'm just a conspiracy theorist on this one, right? But my conspiracy theory is that she lied to Bam and said she didn't tell the cops where Bam was. Because listen, she's telling the cops right here, right now, she doesn't want Bam to know that she's the one calling and reporting him and using state-funded services to pick the man up.
Treatment, he works with me so that we advocate together for, his planning.
Has he been diagnosed with anything?
This part was redacted as well, I'm assuming for privacy.
Okay.
And he hasn't been on his medication for 2 days.
I'm sorry, he what?
He hasn't been on his medication for 2 days. He ran away yesterday. So today his medication is completely worn off, since he hasn't taken it in 2 days.
Oh.
I don't know what medication the man is on. I'm not a doctor, but neither is Lima. So I don't exactly know what medicine she's talking about, what it wears off in 2 days, but I don't know for sure if that's even true. I don't know if it's actually true he's not on his medicine, but I'll let y'all speculate in the comments below.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So this part is redacted. Anything where you don't hear volume, I did not redact it. That's how the footage came to me.
He will yell. In my experience, I know he's had episodes where he has attacked people, but I've never personally seen him attack anyone.
Okay, alrighty. The reason why I'm asking,
I know that there have been incidents where he has.
Alright, yeah, no, the reason why I'm asking these questions is just to make sure that we approach him with the best mindset for everybody on scene. Okay.
I see where this officer is coming from, but I don't really like it because to me, it looks like the officer is trying to figure out if he has any diagnoses in order to treat him differently than an average person based on his diagnosis, which I personally believe is unconstitutional. You shouldn't, if the person's not having an episode right now where they're acting out and it's dangerous and it's a crisis, I don't understand why the officer would need to be asking for sensitive medical information such as a diagnosis. Because in my experience from watching police body camera footage, it looks like police officers are more willing to take away the rights of people who have schizophrenia or who are alleged to have schizophrenia or dissociative identity disorder or one of those more stigmatized disorders. And I just feel like it's another reason for people to treat atypical people as if we are lesser than the rest of the people. And I just don't really like that. But that being said, my nose is so itchy. But that being said, I do see somewhat where this officer is coming from. And ultimately, from what I could see, it kind of looks like they do a decent job on the call. So I'll let it slide, but I couldn't just let it go without saying anything at all because I've seen it before where Bam has been discounted and discredited by the police because someone called beforehand and said he was schizophrenic.
Is this the room he's talking about?
He's schizophrenic. His wife and kid is not there.
I know, but did you check?
No, and I don't know.
And if that wasn't said beforehand, then maybe he would have been treated with more dignity and respect. And that's really the bottom line.
Right, we appreciate your cooperation.
Sure.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving us that update.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys need, if you need anything, you can reach out to me. My biggest, concern is his safety. So, anything that I hear from him, I will let you guys know.
Okay, thank you so much, man.
Okay.
All right.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
And you will call me if he gets. If you guys find him, you'll let me know, right?
Certainly, we will. We will go ahead and give you a call and
thank you.
keep you updated on that. Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, bye.
All right, so.
So now we're going to watch the footage of the police arriving at the Aloft Hotel. Now, remember, this is the second day that the police are going around looking for Bam. So now it's 6:14 and they are showing up at a hotel that Lima has told them that Bam is possibly at. I sped this part up because it's just no volume and it's no talking. So it's going to be them walking into the hotel. Here comes the beverage manager.
Good. Mind if we speak over here?
Yeah, what's going on?
So,
Ball flu.
I'm Sean,
how's it going, officer?
beverage manager for the hotel. What's up?
So we're here just in reference to a call. If we got somebody here, we just want to check on, make sure that they're all right. They're
This is all redacted. Basically, the rest of the
Who
footage.
called to check on him?
Who called to check on him? He's doing his own investigating, and I approve. Sean, I think that's his name.
Or, well, I mean, that's about me.
It's a mental health matter.
right.
Boom. Boom. And that is why I continue to talk about this stuff on this channel. Okay. Everything becomes a big damn secret when it's a mental health matter. And I can understand what motivates that from a good faith perspective. I mean, if I'm having a crisis, I don't want my mental health to be discussed and publicly pulled apart. But whenever you involve public institutions, taxpayer-funded public servants who are going to then become your henchmen and chase your ward, your former ward, all around the goddamn state of Florida, then you necessarily must involve some level of public transparency and public scrutiny. Okay. But here we have the Delray Beach Police Department not answering no questions. Why? Because it's very easy to just go, it's a mental health matter. And then for the rest of this interaction, it's pretty much redacted from audio, and we have no idea what the hell they were talking about. And I think that's the issue. The man has not had a fair trial. To my knowledge, he's not sat in front of a jury to determine or decide that Lima Yevremovich should be calling police officers to chase the man around the state of Florida. Now, we're going to listen to a phone call discussion with Lima and the cop again. And you're going to hear what she has to say. But you've already heard her say, hey, don't tell him that I'm the one who called. So here's this guy going, who called? And here's it's a mental health matter. Let's see her say that one more time.
Who called to check on him? Or, well, I mean, that's about me.
It's a mental health matter.
Right.
Okay.
And I feel like even this officer even kind of low-key knew like that was bullshit. Like, I think they kind of know. But my question is, I requested all this already way back in like August or early September, and I didn't get any of it until way later. And so it's like, why did they send this in batches? Why did they wait to send me the phone call conversations between Lima and the police officers until weeks after I actually requested this stuff and weeks after they sent the first round? I don't know. And then they sit here and redacted this whole stuff. All this is redacted. Look, they talking. Look, he turns and points to the bar.
For that
Okay, so you see him kind of turn around and gesture toward the bar. And I have reason to believe that Bam was actually at the bar at this time. I'll read y'all I have the police report here, and I will read it to y'all. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to read the part we're on right now. Okay, so the cop says, I spoke with Yevremovich via landline. She informed me Margera had been texting her recently and that she might have a possible location for him. Yevremovich advised that Margera mentioned that he checked himself into the Aloft Hotel. That's the hotel they're at right now. And Yevremovich advised that Margera did not make any alarming statements of wanting to hurt himself or others, because you would need that in order to take him away. You need him to be causing some type of disturbance. You need him to be threatening harm against other people, perhaps himself. And Lima even told the cop, I've never seen him actually even do anything like that. So that's not what's going on. And then that is reflected in this report. The last paragraph says, and this is this police officer, Otero, I then responded to the hotel and observed Margera from a distance sitting at the bar with a group of people. Margera appeared sociable and in good standing. I did not observe any signs of suspicious activity. Margera later stated he was going to bed and walked upstairs to his room. Now, I didn't see that on the body camera footage. Maybe it's there and I missed it. And then it says my body worn camera was used. So, according to this police incident report, and according to a statement you're going to hear the officer make to Lima on the phone in the next scene, Bam is sitting over there at that bar. So, what Lima wanted was the cops to go in, take him, and bring him back to the life skills rehab. And you'll see, even at the end of the month, June 27th, Bam wanted nothing at all to do with life skills. He said that place needs to be investigated. He said they're like criminals or something. He made all kinds of allegations. So he doesn't want to go back to life skills. And his guardianship did end 3 days before what we're looking at, 4 days before. So the cops their hands are tied. Another thing they say here on the same police report, June 15th, from what we're looking at here, will be the next day. On the same police report, the next day, there's one final paragraph written here, and it's from a different police officer, this time from Adam Whiting, supervised by Justin Reed. And he says, I made contact with the complainant who wanted the subject picked up and taken to detox in Lake Worth. And I'm assuming the complainant is Lima because she's the one talking to the cops that we can hear. At this time, however, and this is what he says, there is no court paperwork authorizing this. At this time, there is no court paperwork authorizing this. There's no court authority for the cops to take him anywhere. Okay, that's on the 15th. So this is a day later, right? This is all right here. What we're watching is on the 14th. On the 15th, they sent more officers to pick him up and said, there is not court paperwork authorizing this. The complainant, I'm assuming that's Lima, but it could be Stephen Timmer. It could be anyone. It could be anyone. The complainant was advised to call back when court-signed paperwork could be produced and it would be acted upon. I made contact with Bam at Aloft to check on his safety. He was calm and he stated that he had complaints against the facility and he wanted to go to a different one. I think it was Rico, maybe he wanted to go to. I don't know where he wanted to go. Maybe Banyan. Bam further advised that he was in contact with his guardian. Okay, this is 5 days after the guardianship expired. Bam still apparently thinks that he's under a guardianship because he's calling Lima his guardian, right? Ain't no former. It says, Bam advised that he was in contact with his guardian to get the paperwork for him to change treatment centers. He was in no apparent danger and he had just extended his stay at the hotel. Teletype was notified and they took him off the missing persons list. Okay. So there's no court paperwork authorizing them to even pick him up. So I don't know why in the goddamn hell on earth that they're chasing this man down for 3 straight days in a row.
We'll find out what room they're in.
Right.
And go upstairs.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
All right. Thank you.
If they open.
I don't know what he's saying. And the rest of it, you just don't know what he's saying, I think. It's just like all redacted. What I'll probably do is fast forward this redacted part because it's just not worth us just sitting here like just listening. But I wanted to give y'all a sense of how long these videos run on without any indication of what they're saying. And it's like, it's not really fully transparent. There's no way that this whole conversation is supposed to be hidden from the public like this. Maybe like, here and there, narrowly tailored. But it just seems like, they really need to be including the conversations that are being had in public, because anyone in the public could have heard this conversation if they were right there. So I think if it was open to the public, this whole conversation, then I should be able to hear it. Y'all should be able to hear it, especially the taxpayers in the state of Florida, especially the taxpayers in the Delray Beach area. I mean, I just think that he should be whatever he's saying. Like what? Like there's no what this random bartender is telling you something confidential. I don't know. I don't know. It's just speculation because that's all I can do. All I can do is speculate because this is all redacted. So what I'll probably do is fast forward it until there is actually something being said. As you can see, they're turning around and there's this big blurred out block. I don't know what that blurred out block is, but whatever it is needs to be visible to us because it was visible to the public. So I don't know why they're blurring that out. Now they're going outside. I'm supposedly to like, hide from Bam, I guess. I mean, I really don't know. I can only speculate. I've already sped this part up. I may end up speeding it up a little bit more. I don't know what this blurred out thing is. Are they trying to blur out his badge? I mean, whatever it is, like it was visible to the public. So I don't know why it's not visible to us. I guess they're going to leave now. I don't know why they need 3 squad cars. Like, you see what I mean? Like, what a waste of resources. I would like to see how much money per hour these cops make and then add it up every time several cops have had to go and report to a scene where Bam is not hurting himself nor others, nor is he a threat to himself nor others. Because it seems to me, in my personal opinion, as if it is a monumental waste of taxpayer money. Like people got to go to work every single goddamn day to pay their taxes so that we can have police officers. And this is the way that these people are using it. Couldn't be me. So here's this guy calling somebody, presumably Lima or someone else from the team. And I've sped this up. It's all redacted. It's all redacted. Can't hear it. Don't know. And look, y'all, remember the last time what they sent us, that whole redacted, those 2 little measly little videos? All this they were sitting on. They were sitting on all this and they didn't send it. I wonder what made them have such a change of heart. Y'all have any ideas or speculations? Comment in the comments section below why you think all of a sudden I got all these videos when they did not send it when I asked for them at first. I asked for everything from the 13th through the 15th, body camera footage, police calls, 911 calls, dispatch, all of that. They did not provide. I mean, now they've provided this, but it's like, what else haven't they sent? It's pretty sad when you can't just trust that they're going to send you everything. It's pretty sad when it takes a law degree or, a whole team of people to request the stuff that we're supposed to have this right under state and federal statute to request. Okay. So now we've moved on to the next scene. And this is going to be another conversation between Lima and the police officer. Now, what you're going to hear her say is that there's a pickup order for his arrest and that it's going to be effectuated tomorrow with a team of people. Well, that's all fine and good until you look and remind yourself of the last page of this incident report, which says on the 15th of June, which is going to be tomorrow, on the body camera footage you're looking at right now, the next day, like tomorrow, is going to be June 15th, okay? And we have a police incident report from June 15th right here. And what does it say, among other things? The complainant wanted Bam picked up and taken to detox in Lake Worth. What's the next sentence? At this time, however, there is not court paperwork authorizing this, okay? So what Lima's about to say is there's going to be the judge has already signed the paperwork. You're going to hear her say it. Don't take my word. You're going to hear her say it. I'm just giving you a preview, a taste. You're going to hear Lima say, tomorrow, the petitioner on the Marchman order, but based on the fact that Bam keeps blaming Stephen Timmer, and I know that Stephen Timmer has already filed at least one Marchman pickup petition with Lima, Lima's going to say, the petitioner on the Marchman Act is going to be there tomorrow morning in case the police officers are confused. And there's going to have this signed paperwork and the judge already signed it. And are you aware that he's supposed to be being picked up? According to this police report, there is not court paperwork authorizing this. But here's Lima. She's about to say the judge done signed it. Don't you know there's a pickup order? She's going to say, oh, well, he's going to be needing to get picked up and being arrested. There's not a pickup order for his arrest. I'll let you hear her own words. Let's get into it.
Hello, this is Officer Bellman speaking.
Hi, Officer Bellman. It's Lima calling. I missed your call. I'm sorry.
That's all right, ma'am. I just wanted to follow up with you in regards to the whole hotel situation. So we did go to the A-Loft. We did see Mr. Margera there. He was present. We did not approach him or make contact with him. He was in the scenery, of course, with surrounding people. We got the chance to talk to the staff employees there that told us that he's been there for some time, and he's been nothing but well. He appears to be fine.
Okay.
He's been social. So at that point, we deemed that, it seemed that, we didn't want to intrude and make it more worse on his case, where he get paranoid and think that we're trying to take him in.
Good. That's how they should do. Go do an investigation. Hey, look, he's not hurting anybody. He's not hurting other people. The hotel staff said that he's been nothing but pleasant. So we left him the goddamn hell alone, which is what you're supposed to do. But that is not going to work for Lima. Listen what she has to say.
But he ultimately, he ultimately ended up going up to his room, saying that he was going to go to bed, and everything appeared okay.
Okay, good. That's good. Okay, so tomorrow, I guess there's a pickup. Did you know that there's a pickup order for his arrest?
Tomorrow, I guess. And then she changes it. So tomorrow, I guess. Did you know there's a pickup order for his arrest? Like, what is she saying? Is it she guesses, or is there definitely a pickup order? I mean, according to the police report, which I believe more than Lima, there's no court paperwork authorizing them to take him anywhere. So I'm going to say there's no paperwork. But what'd she say? Let's listen to it one more time.
Yeah, everything appeared okay.
Okay, good. That's good. Okay, so tomorrow, I guess there's a pickup. Did you know that there's a pickup order for his arrest?
I'm sorry.
That was filed?
No, I was not aware of that.
A pickup order was filed for the Marchman Act, so I know that there's a team going out there tomorrow morning, which he's unaware of.
There's a team going out there tomorrow morning. That would be the 15th, not court paperwork authorizing this. And he's unaware. Now, remember, a few minutes ago, Lima said, don't tell him I'm the one told y'all where he is. Don't tell him because I want him to trust me.
To take him back to treatment.
He doesn't know there's a whole team about to ambush him tomorrow. But no court paperwork authorizing this.
Okay, so there's a team filed already. Okay, and this is with...
I know that there's... It's under what the facility reported, because he's under Marchman Act. So he needs to, number one, he's in violation. If he's drinking, he's in violation of his Marchman Act. He's also in violation for refusing, for leaving treatment. He wasn't supposed to do that. He's under court-ordered treatment.
Okay.
So there's a pickup order for him to be returned to the treatment center, and I guess somebody will be there in the morning to execute that. Should I have them contact you?
Well, give me 1 sec. So where is this pickup order, ma'am?
Okay. It was filed in Pinellas. I believe it was filed in Pinellas County.
Now I need to look up if Delray Beach is in Pinellas County.
Okay.
But if it's not, then what does the Pinellas County pickup order have to do with Delray Beach? I need to check and see.
It was filed. And you have this paperwork?
And it should have already been signed. I do have it.
It should have already been signed, but was it? Before you call the police, is it, I guess there's going to be a team tomorrow? It should have been signed, or is it, I have the paperwork, it's signed by a judge, and I will send it to you? See how it's like tippy-toeing around the truth? I guess there's going to be a team there tomorrow to pick him up, and I think it should have been signed. It should have been signed. Yeah, did you know there was a pickup order for his arrest?
1 second. Do you want me to email it to you?
Yes, if you can.
Whatever the hell she's emailing, I don't know. Because what this says the next day is there's no court paperwork authorizing him to be picked up. So I don't know what the fuck she's trying to email.
If you could email it to me, I'll give you my email. Give me 1 second, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you call Sergeant
No problem.
Russell?
Beach.com.
I edited out the part of him giving his email. It took too long.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just forwarded that today.
Okay, and you're stating that there is a team assembled already to have a pickup order for him?
Set up.
So I believe that
She believes.
The petitioner for the Marchman Act has filed the emergency motion today, and then we were waiting for the judge to sign it, and I believe it's signed, but he will, so he said that he will contact the police tomorrow morning to have it executed, because he was worried that there might be confusion with it or something.
So the petitioner on the Marchman pickup order is going to personally appear tomorrow to help the cops with their possible confusion.
He said he could come out to Del.
I think it's probably Stephen Timmer, but I don't know who it is because she on purpose didn't say the person's name. She said the petitioner on the Marchman order or the pickup order. So because I know that Stephen Timmer and Lima have both filed an emergency ex parte order before on BAM in Pinellas County, I'm assuming it's probably still Stephen Timmer, who had a massive conflict of interest at the beginning of this whole thing because he took BAM from the Pinellas County hotel he was in and put him into a treatment center called Tranquil Shores. Well, Stephen B. Timmer works for Tranquil Shores. So that's a huge conflict of interest if you're asking me my personal opinion. And we also have BAM on cameos repeatedly saying over and over that Stephen B. Timmer constantly sets him up and keeps filing for Marchman acts. And he's done like 10 different facilities against his will. So here we have Lima, the petitioner on the Marchman act, is going to be there in the morning to help with the confusion of the Marchman acts. But it says no court paperwork authorizing this right here, bitch. So I don't really know. I'm just telling y'all what I see and what I hear.
Ready tomorrow.
I'm sorry,
help with that.
and this was who?
This is the petitioner of the Marchman Act.
The petitioner of the Marchman Act. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he said he'll come out to Delray tomorrow, and then he was also going to have that.
Basically, call the police and have them come out, and he would have the documents printed out so that they could see that it's, where he's supposed to be transported to, and then he would go to the facility and make sure that he's settled there.
Okay. Okay.
So Stephen Timmer will go to the facility and make sure that BAM is settled there. So does Stephen Timmer have some type of relationship with Life Skills as well? I don't know, because where they wanted to take him to detox was Lake Worth. So I don't know where Lake Worth is, what's over there. This whole thing is just such a fiasco. And this is just some of the footage, right? I wanted y'all to hear what Lima says to these cops, because she's talking about it should be executed. I believe that it's a Marchman. She's saying all this shit, but they showed up the next day and said there's no court paperwork authorizing this. So all this is just a fabricated fairy tale as far as what I can tell.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just to kind of assist.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for that, ma'am. I appreciate that information.
Of course, no problem at all.
Okay. Well, you do have. Yes.
Yeah. So if okay. So actually, somebody's calling me that might have new information, because I'm just worried that he'll end up leaving and going somewhere we won't be able to find him by tomorrow.
I'm just worried he'll leave and we won't be able to find him. But what do we know about what's going on? There's no court paperwork authorizing the cops to pick BAM up. There is no signed judge's order, so that was a fairy tale. The complainant was advised to call back when court-signed paperwork could be produced and it could be acted upon. So no court-signed paperwork, no court paperwork authorizing this. And she's worried that he's going to run away from the hotel that he seems to be freely allowed to be at, even with the fucked up laws in Florida with the Baker Act and the Marchman Act, even despite those up laws that infringe upon people's freedoms routinely. Even those don't apply here. They said we can't pick him up. Here's Lima. I'm scared he's going to leave and we're not gonna be able to find out where he is. Well, girl, you should have had your damn paperwork in order.
Morning, so, but if I hear anything different, I'll call you right away.
Okay, not a problem, ma'am. You have my email address and the phone number to call.
Sounds good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Lima. You have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
You're so welcome. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Just trying to lock up this man. Y'all, honestly, I don't honestly know how much longer I can keep making this type of videos because it is so infuriating to me that this is how this shit is going on that it makes me just want to start dismantling entire systems. And I know that that's probably not the best route to take, but it seems like entire economies are propped up on this Florida shuffle. Bam Margera has mentioned the Florida shuffle twice in cameos and said he was held against his will. He said that he is escaping from these people and they're literally tracking him down on his cell phone to put him back in these facilities against his will. And I just don't see how this is ever going to stop unless these police officers stop, unless the whole system just stops. It just infuriates me. It makes me want to freaking move to Florida and run for office. Charlie Crist, I know for sure is somehow behind this with his damn free act. But I will say, good on Deputy Reed for telling Stephen B. Timmer or whoever the complainant was that there was no signed court paperwork and so they cannot pick this grown man up. But what do we know happened on the 27th? They had some behavioral health lady come. April Margera was there crying, spitting and snotting, talking about, I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for the health and safety, blah, blah, blah. I'm scared he's going to hurt himself. I'm scared he's going to jump off or whatever. Okay, girl, that's not what you were saying when you were using your debit card to buy him a drink at that bar, though, was it? She sat there. Okay, Bam escaped from rehab like on the 25th or whatever of June. 24th, 25th, something like that of June. This is like after all this, like 2 weeks later, Bam escapes from rehab. And where he is found is at yet another hotel, sitting at the bar with his mom, and they're drinking, presumably alcohol. Who bought him that alcohol? You think that before he left the Life Skills, they gave him his wallet and his debit card and his cash? No, someone bought him that drink. April Margera was sitting there with him, drinking with him. And then when the cops showed up, she turned on the waterworks and all of a sudden she was scared for her damn life. Well, I don't know why she would sit there and enable him to drink alcohol and then moments later say that she's scared for her life. But whatever the case may be, what ended up happening is Bam was taken against his will to a hospital where he then was admitted yet again to another treatment facility. I don't like it because what we see here, that Bam was not causing any scene. He was not causing a disturbance. He was being pleasant. He even went upstairs to his room. He left the bar early. And so it's like, what's really behind all of this? I don't know. And I don't presume to know, but it definitely begs the question for me. That's all I really had for the day. Facts ain't defamation. Love you, mean it. Okay, bye.